Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. Wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, I hope your day is going well. My name is Sir Lawrence, and this is a 2006 Mitsubishi Lancer EVO, Evolution, I should say, 9 MR. It has a very long name. This car, his name is a mouthful. And what we're going to do today is take it around the test track. Now, the test track that exists in my mind has never existed on YouTube before. This is the first time, the first iteration. And so I'm going to do a tour of the track and I guess talk a little bit about how the track came to be. And this is the car that we're going to do it in. It starts out at B633, and what we're going to do is take it around the track, get a good time in it, and then we're going to upgrade it to A class, top of A class, 800 performance points, and then take it around the track again. And what we're going to do is use that time and put it against the 400Z's time as the benchmark for A class, and we'll see how good or how much worse this car does. Let's take it for a spin. Alright, let's get a feel for the car, take it around on some practice laps.
You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is try to get a timed lap benchmark result, and then we're going to compare that to the upgraded A time. Now, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, slow off the line, easy on the acceleration. This car, once the turbo kicks in, it kind of sort of takes off. But the bad side of it, that is, when you fall off of the boost in higher gears, it's harder to get that speed back. Into the first bend, a little bit of understeer, no fuss.
You have arrived at your destination.
Very clean through the speed zone. Up the hill. Any understeer? No, a little bit of oversteer actually. Down the hill again on the other side into the drift zone. No drifting allowed. And very clean. Very, very clean. This car grips and handles like nothing I've ever driven in real life. But one tidbit about this car, the turning radius is insanely wide. Shift it into reverse. Back in the shop for some upgrades. Let's get it to A. A few tidbits about this car, the 06 Mitsubishi EVO 9 MR, which in fact stands for Mitsubishi Racing, and that was introduced in 2005 as a specialty division. This car was powered by a 2-liter inline-4 dual overhead cam intercooled turbocharged engine, and it came with a 6-speed transmission, but only on the MR models. Everyone else had a 5-speed. And this engine produced 289 pound-foot of torque and 286 horsepower. 61, 100. Not too bad. Into the paint shop to get another Sir Law approved paint job. I had no idea what direction I was going with this one, so I decided to pick a direction and just start walking. Ended up not anything near what that first color was, but now here we are, closer towards the finish. And I think I'm going to call this color Rancer Red. Upgraded the car, put it at 800 on the dot, on the nose. Got a good amount of upgrade on the power. And so now we're going to put it on the track for some practice laps. Then we're going to tune it. And then we're going to take it around for a full run of the test track. Now, the test track I've been referring to is actually called the Circuit, SIRCUIT. That's an original name. It's not trademarked yet. Don't take it. And you'll see on your screen now a diagram mini map of the track, and this is the same track that I'm going to take you on a tour of right now. Now, the test track has been mentioned before, but it's never been fully shown off, and what I'm going to do now is just take you on a quick tour around the track and give you the lay of the land. So right here, this is kind of like an unofficial start-finish line, right where the Horizon Festival banner starts and the metal rail ends. Right at the top of the Horizon drag strip, right in front of the plane ramp plane. Anyways, this is the first turn of the track. Right here, you make this first left, down the first straight. This area is the speed zone. You can't take too much speed through here or you'll understeer into the wall, or you could oversteer into the railing over there. When you exit the speed zone,
arrived at your destination.
You'll know you exited because she'll let you know that you exited. Then you go through the cones into the extended bit of the track, up the hill, at the top of the hill, make the U-turn to go back down the hill. Understeer and oversteer are both very highly probable things that are happening on that turn in many videos, you'll see. Then you come down to where I think is the most difficult part of the track, in the drift zone, because it's hard not to drift. And this is also a very awkward turn.
You have arrived at your destination.
That turn is two turns in one, but it's combined to make one really long turn. Remember that. I'll mess up many times there. Anyways, past the pit lane, and here's what I was talking about with the turbos. You fall off, it takes a long time to get back up. Past the pit lane, over the bridge, and this is a bunch of chicanery, some tricky bits, and then you're back at the start line. Sound simple enough? Let's take it around. Practice time, here we go.
Arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
So after the practice laps, I need to take it into the tuning shop and change some numbers. Tire PSI, this is an all-wheel drive car, so I want my tire PSI to be the same on front and rear. We're gonna 2.8, 208, 2.7, 209. Lower the final drive some more. 209.3, 2.27. What? 209.3, 2714. I think that looks good. Let's see if we can get it any better. 2743, 208.9. So this seems like the sweet spot. All right, perfect. Alignment. Take a little bit of camber out of the front, a little bit out of the rear. I'm not going to touch the toe. 5.5 for the caster. Anti-roll. This is a all-wheel drive car, so I want this to drive like a rear-wheel drive car, and I'm going to show that in the tunings. Make it real soft on the rear so that I get a little bit of oversteer when I'm turning, when I'm cornering. I'm going to leave the springs as is because it already reflects what a rear-wheel drive sliding car would have. 5.8, 6.1, I'm okay with that. Damping, I'm going to raise the front a little bit, lower the rears, raise the front to 9, with the rear at 5. And this is more, also is going to help with understeer that is commonly seen in all-wheel drive cars. Brakes, 110%. Diff, that looks good. 28, 28, 13.5. I'm okay with that. Overall, not many things changed in the tune, but it will make a drastic change in how the car drives. And I'm going to reflect that on my timed lap right now. Okay, here we are. 3, 2, 1, go. Very quick to shift off the line. All-wheel drive kicks in, just takes the car and launches into 5th gear into the first turn. Hard on the brakes, hard on the brakes. There's that back end kicking out just a little bit, and that's what we needed. That's what we needed.
You have arrived at your destination.
I've arrived at my destination. I'm gonna go up to the top of the hill, hard on the brakes, tap the handbrake just a little bit, get a little bit of swing on the rear end, back down the hill to the daunting drift zone. Pretty clean, pretty harmless. All right, we've arrived at our destination. Past the pit lane, over the bridge, downshift hard, brakes, and change the camera on accident. Across the line in 1 minute, 0.29 seconds. So there you have it. That was a 2006 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9. EVO 9 as it's known for short. Overall impressions, I've loved this car since it came out. I was a huge fan of it as a kid. Loved it in Tokyo Drift. I can't speak highly enough about this car. But the time speaks for itself.
And what this time is saying is that the EVO is 2 seconds faster than the Z. And I think that all comes down to 4-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive.
I enjoyed taking you guys around the track. I hope you enjoyed the journey that I took you on. If you did, subscribe. If you really did, like the video. If you did a whole lot, leave a comment. Anyways, until the next one, I have been Sir Lawrence. Drive safe, be good, goodbye.